Hey everybody, welcome back to Peaked in Middle School. This is a different voice. You're asking just yourself, whoa, who is this guy? No, you definitely heard me before.
Yeah, so do you want to
say
what your name is?
Jordan.
All right, that's Jordan. My name is Narwhal.
My name's Kyle.
That was a really scuffed, rough intro.
That was one of our better ones.
That was a really good one.
That was good.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're here today having another threesome. Always fun.
Yeah. We're banging one
My
out.
favorite kind of way.
Yeah.
It's a three-way.
Guys.
Is it? Yeah, 3 dudes.
So.
Okay. Well, one of the first things I'll say is on the way to work today, I saw one of the craziest things.
Okay.
Or just one of the stranger things I've seen.
In your whole life? That's a big.
It was just like, I looked at it, I was like, what?
Okay.
I was driving, and I see this white van, like a creeper van, you know?
Like,
but like the
kids get abducted into
Is
this.
this in Seattle?
Yeah, I was driving from Seattle to work.
Okay.
And I'm just on the freeway, and I see this creeper van, but it doesn't have the windows blacked out. It's like got the windows.
Okay.
And through the windows, I come up behind it, through the window, there's a cannabis plant just in the back of this thing.
That's kind of tight.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, is that what I think it is? I was like,
Okay.
yeah, that's cannabis plant. Like it was pretty
Wait,
big.
how'd you know it was a cannabis plant, not just like a fern? That
Yeah.
They were
It was very
transporting?
it was very obviously a cannabis plant. I've seen
It
cannabis
was
before.
textbook, like exactly.
Yeah, like it was-
when you see a weed logo on a
Yes,
building, it
it
was like
was-
that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, I even got close to it, and I was like, that. Yeah, that's it. That is.
Kyle's just switching lanes. Like, is that really
like,
a cannabis?
what?
Is that really
Because I was like
weed?
confused, and I was like, oh, who's in the van? And it's this like group of old Asian men.
Awesome. I love that.
All like
I love
70,
that.
just driving. This guy's glasses. And I'm like, what?
So how
I
many
love
people
that.
are we talking in the van?
Like 6.
Oh, so it's like a school bus. Like there's rows.
Yeah,
of
there's like
people.
probably 3 or 4
a-
rows. In the back is this cannabis plant right in the back, and there's this Asian dude driving with a bunch of other Asian guys.
Huh.
Do you know how? Do you know? Is
Did
this
they all look 70?
like they're all like 50 to 70?
It's like maybe it's like a retirement home,
And
and
they
that's
just-
like one
just
of their
carry a
like
plant around.
activities. Is now that weed's legal, it's like
Yeah.
you can go to sculpture, you
Could
can
be.
go to do archery, or you can go grow your own weed.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, probably.
Maybe they're gonna make their own strand called like Asian Kung Pao chicken.
oh,
And then, it's not racist if Jordan says it. So
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I was gonna say that's kind of racist, but it's cool though.
It's
'cause
cool.
He's
Yeah,
Asian.
he's
It's relatable now.
Yeah.
I turned something racist to relatable.
Wow. It's a good skill to have.
That's
Oh.
why we have you on here.
Also-
Also, say the racist things we're not allowed to say.
Also, what I wanted to say was John was being a real smart ass with me a couple days ago because he texts me saying, bro, for some reason my right side is like
Of my abs,
of his abs is what more
is
flabby,
more toned.
more toned than his left side. And I read it and I forgot to respond. So like the next day he's like, you want to be on the podcast? I go, oh yeah, sure. But I'm also like,
He's responding to my
my
other
bad.
text.
I forgot to respond. Like I totally read it and forgot. And so I go, what do you mean your right side's more toned? LOL. And he goes, I mean, my right side is more toned. LOL. And I'm like, all right, smart ass. And I sent him a GIF.
Yeah, I could definitely see how John would
I
say
sent
that
him a
too.
GIF. I go, I'm sorry I annoyed you with my friendship.
Okay,
It's probably because you're a lefty.
it was sassy, but at the same time, I don't know how else to explain it.
I
Like,
solved your problem.
Because
though.
I was like, what do you mean? Like, are you just doing right side crunches? Or
that's what's weird is
It's
like
because he's a lefty.
no.
what do you?
How would
that would
change?
mean his left side's more toned, right?
They said his left side was more
No,
toned.
my
No,
right side
side's
is more toned.
You
But
know,
it's
like
like-
you know,
it's
like
like
the
in-
brain, like the left side. You know what I mean.
The
Though.
left side.
The left side controls the right side. It's
Yeah.
like the right abs control the left. Side,
No, you
I
said
think
that
that's how
wrong.
it
You said
works.
that wrong like 3 different
think
times.
that's-
No, I mean I don't know. Like it's weird because I've been like doing core like every day recently, and I don't know. It might be one of those things where like when you have a bad hair day, you notice your hair looking weird, but other people
Maybe
don't
it was
at
just the
all.
lighting.
Maybe
Where
you
you-
show us all your
maybe.
abs.
Yeah.
Well, not on the show. I'll show you after. But it might be one of those things where you guys are like, dude, it looks the same. Like you have no abs. But to me, like I'm starting to see little divots,
Yeah.
but only on the right side.
Well,
the left
where
side.
were you looking? In the bathroom? Was the lighting okay?
Yeah, what was the lighting? What was the lighting? What time of day?
It was in
Had
the
you eaten
bathroom,
before?
So it might have been the shadows deceiving me.
Yeah.
But I've noticed it consistently now.
Well, I'll look at it with a flashlight and I'll let you know.
And now I'm in my head about it because now when I'm doing core, I'm like, why am I leaning to the right? Like, maybe that's why. So now I'm starting to do core, but I'll be like leaning to the left.
I think you just need to relax. And Jordan was telling me that you were like worried about like, oh my gosh, I have these marks on my armpit.
I have stretch marks.
Yeah, I have stress marks too from when I
Stress
grew.
marks.
Stress marks.
I'm really stressed, dude. I said, did I not?
You said stress marks,
Okay,
but
I said stretch.
yeah.
I do. I have stretch marks on my back.
No, I know.
when
I
I
have
grew.
stretch marks
But
on my butt.
I'm clearly stressed because
Literally.
I don't want them. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I know,
just
but
be
I
so
know, but
buy
then
some
worried
cream.
about
okay,
it.
Just buy some cream
okay,
or whatever. and
Okay,
put it
this
on.
podcast has been a disaster so far. But we were in the
Nuh-uh.
car driving, and Jordan was like, John asked me, what are these marks? And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And Jordan said, they're stretch marks. And John's like, no, I don't think that's it.
No.
I didn't think that was what it was. And then I looked it up and I did research and I found out he was right.
And then you text me, you go, bro, they are stretch
Yeah,
marks.
I was telling you
I
you're
thought
right.
that was so funny. I just thought that was so funny. I was like,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just pictured John just getting so worried. Oh my God, what are these marks?
I thought I had like cancer or something. I saw these
Armpit
random
cancer.
marks. I'm like, and
Yeah,
it was-
but that just means you're getting gainsy.
that's good. I'm glad.
But not even too. Like I got
I
my
just-
back.
He
when
is
I,
bigger,
like
though.
I know, sure, but like
Yeah.
when I grew, like you can get it from just growing.
Yeah.
When I hit my growth
Yeah,
spurt
but John
back in
isn't
high
growing
school.
anymore. John's just getting bigger.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
Or
you can
fat.
also just get it from growing.
Fat.
I didn't.
like-
Yeah, I thought you either got them from being pregnant or getting fat. I didn't know
And
you
John's
could get
probably
them.
pregnant.
You could be pregnant. Your armpit.
and fat.
Yeah, just storing a lot of armpit
Yeah.
fat. Well,
Um,
pregnancy and fat go
Yeah.
go together.
Are you considered fat if you're? That's not being fat,
No.
right?
Actually, I'm pretty sure women
No,
are supposed to gain 11 to 20 pounds during pregnancy. That's like healthy to gain 11 to
Okay.
20 pounds.
Yo, all right.
Yeah, because if you're not gaining weight, your baby's not gonna be that healthy. I was a fat baby.
Question.
I was a
Yeah.
thick baby too.
After the baby comes out,
Mm.
does the belly instantly get a bit smaller?
I couldn't tell you.
And how does it get smaller?
Never
And how
seen it.
quick? Like, is it like if I was to do a time lapse of like 10 hours after
Oh, that's a
birth?
good idea. Yeah, that
would
would
you
be cool.
slowly see it? Like,
Yeah, because you're like a film guy, you, can
should
do
tell,
that with
you
your
should tell
wife.
your wife, just
Like,
like, hey,
babe,
honey,
babe, I'm in a
honey,
time
just
lapse."
sit there, don't move for like 12 hours.
she's like in so much pain.
I'm
Like,
just gonna, John's just set up the
It's like,
tripod.
oh, hold still. Ah, I'm trying to focus.
she's all sweaty, like bleeding and like crying.
Honey,
I just want to see
honey,
the
I could
baby.
really use some water.
Like, no, babe,
Hold
babe,
on,
you're
babe.
ruining the shot,
Hold
babe.
on.
We one thing I love about having all three of us, but that also is bad, is like we'll all talk at the same time, which is like good, but at the same time, it's like for someone who doesn't know us, and like, because if you just start listening to a podcast, you can't.
If this is your first one,
Yeah,
sorry.
you can't necessarily tell whose voice is who a lot of times.
I'm Kyle.
I'm John.
I'm Jordan.
See, to
Glad
a
we cleared that up.
to a lot of people, they probably sound the same.
Yeah.
But and so if you just turn it on and it's just all of us like, no, babe, come on, babe, no, babe. It's like,
Have you guys seen Hot Rod?
yeah.
The scene where like the girl leaves him and he goes, babe, no, babe, no, babe.
Look pretty, Denise. What?
I said you look shitty.
Good night, Denise.
All right. Well, I do have one other thing I wanted to say.
Well, you already said something. I want to say my thing, okay?
Fine.
Jeez.
I thought we'd just get rid of
Take it
Kyle out of the way.
easy.
All right, go for
All
it.
right.
You have my permission to share what you'd like to say.
So, this weekend we went to a Mariners game with me, Kyle, and Willig. Shim didn't join because he's a pussy.
That's true.
I work. Great
Yeah,
excuse.
who works nowadays?
Yeah.
It's 2019.
That's true.
We're all homeless. Come
Yeah, we all
on.
make our own careers.
We're all entrepreneurs.
Not very good ones. But anyways, we picked up Willig at his fraternity, and we were driving to get some burgers. And then we got burgers, and on the way back, first of all, Willig accidentally, we picked him up. He gets in the car. We go to Dick's Burgers to get burgers. And he goes, oh, shit. I accidentally took Kosuke's wallet,
Which is his roommate.
And we're like, oh, so like, can you just use his card to pay and then pay him back? He's like, oh no, I have my wallet. He had both wallets and both
keys.
sets of keys.
Yeah. I'm like, how do you do that?
Like he was just in such a rush, and I guess he was like forgot he already put his wallet and keys, so he also took his roommate's wallet and keys.
He said they look similar, but like,
But
How do you
think
not
you'd
know-
feel like,
Yeah, like-
two bulges,
yeah.
maybe a third bulge. Who knows?
Well, it's Willig, so probably not.
Anyways, so we get burgers and then we have to drive back so he can return this wallet and keys. And on the way back, we see this guy, this like nerdy looking guy start like running, and we were like joking, like, oh, like go man, like from inside our car we were cheering him on, and as we get closer he goes faster and faster, and then he turns it into a full-on Naruto run with his hands behind
And
his
he's
back.
running towards this couple.
Yeah, towards this other couple like 20 yards away, just Naruto sprinting. And like this is on like an overpass on the highway.
He was hauling ass.
He was
too.
going quick, and we're like, and then all of a sudden, these people start waving at him, and we're like, oh, he's running to his friends, like good for him, embracing the Naruto run. And then the other people start Naruto running to him, and we're like, oh, dude, they're like,
they're hanging out.
They're hanging out.
They're meeting up on the bridge.
They were complete strangers.
They just ran past
They
each
just
other.
ran past each other and kept going, dude.
We were so mind blown. We were like,
It was,
they just double Naruto ran past each other.
it was like the coolest nerd culture.
Most
That's
Seattle,
so sick.
like-
That's kind of pretty.
Yeah, like afterwards, we're like, dude, that is so
That was
awesome.
like one of the cooler things I've seen.
And one thing I wanted to say relating to that is like, anybody listening, if you're in high school or if you're like younger than 20, I guess, just embrace whatever nerdy shit you're into. Because
Yeah.
like,
You do Naruto run towards people, like,
dude, it's
send.
like eventually people get to a point where people don't give a shit if you're into nerdy stuff or if you like video games. Like there was a point when I didn't want people to know how much I was addicted to Modern Warfare 2. So I'd be like, I play basketball, I play football, but like I'd come home and just grind out Modern Warfare 2 all night. It's like, dude, just embrace your
Probably why I
nerdiness.
was better than you in basketball and football.
I thought you were gonna say better than me in Modern Warfare 2.
And that too.
But you were worse than me in all of those.
Rust 1v1.
Dude, Rust.
Dude,
I had you.
Kyle, oh, you didn't get it. You got
I
Modern
played
Warfare 3.
Yeah, dude, a lot of dome.
A lot of dome.
I love
Would-
getting some dome.
Yeah, but anyone playing Modern Warfare 3 is not getting dome.
It's not true.
No,
Shit,
it's-
were you getting
you have
dome?
something you like to say?
Yeah,
Shim was
back
getting some dome.
when was that? 9th grade?
It's like 8th grade.
Eighth grade, 7th
Oh, a
grade.
lot of dome back then.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys are into nerdy shit, like, just embrace it, because there comes a point when you get to a certain age where it's actually cool. Like, whatever shit you're into, there's always a group of people that'll think that's cool, and
Yeah.
like people stop making fun of you after like sophomore year, like no matter what.
Of high school, you're saying?
I mean, that's like the
I felt like
maximum.
once we were out of high school. Our high school is also pretty judgy.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess like there's no one that will ever make fun of you, at least where we grew up, past like 9th grade, if you like to play like video games or like if you're into Naruto,
Yeah.
unless they're like an asshole.
What's something weird that we're into?
Threesomes.
Podcasting. Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch anime, but I know a lot of people that like
oh,
anime.
yeah. Not into it.
It's not really weird, but I just music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like
It's
That's
not, like,
weird. You like music?
I don't even know what's
hell?
considered like
What's
nerdy anymore
weird?
because now like
If you're your own person, that's cool nowadays.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like be you, like
And-
do your thing.
and that's what I like. And what's so cool is since the gaming community has got so big through social media, like there's like celebrities that are into gaming and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's like that's not even considered nerdy anymore because it's so mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like if you're into like orchestra, maybe people would consider that
But
nerdy.
I think that's kind of
That's
cool,
still
though.
kinda
Yeah.
Like,
sick.
I'm like jealous. Like I kind of wish I played an instrument.
yeah.
Like I was just saying, like I wish I played the drums.
yeah, dude.
That'd be
Or like
sick.
the trumpet. Actually, trumpet.
Mm.
I'd
No,
rather
trumpet would be
what's
sick.
the huge one? Like
Tuba.
Dude, the tuba.
That feels
dude.
unnecessary. Like if you played the tuba, like I don't know, you could have picked something better.
Yeah.
Or a
Trumpet would be
flute.
sick.
yeah.
Trumpet's a middle child. The bum, 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 bum.
So it's in a
Yeah.
J. Cole
You
song.
could be like a
therefore it's cool.
So cool.
But then you could be like the hip hop trumpet guy. Like you just like
Oh.
show up to the studio and you're like, yeah, what do you need?
What do you
And
need?
they're
Just
like- J. Cole's like, I need a little like.
Yeah.
And Jordan's like, yeah, I got you. That could be your calling.
Such like a that's like
Just
your
a trumpet
specialty.
guy.
Just
skill.
learn like an obscure
trumpet
instrument.
guy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Triangle.
harmonica?
Triangle guy.
You guys,
Yeah,
did you guys ever
harmonica's
have a
cool.
harmonica growing up?
Yeah,
I like
just
tried
played
to learn how to play
No.
Yeah.
Recorder was my thing.
it. But, hot
recorder.
cross buns, dude.
Yeah. I can still play this like Indian song.
Wait, I thought all we really learned was like the
No, we
basic
learned a
songs.
song.
Dang.
Yeah. I still remember the fingers. It would Anyone's not watching.
Use,
this,
Yeah.
sounds
Useless.
really-
Useless.
It is very
skill.
useless. Yeah.
Anyways,
So if anyone has a recorder, I'll play it.
yeah. Do you want to say your thing before we get into the main topic
I would
of
love
today's video?
to. I would love to
Alright.
say what I have. It was a dream that I had last night.
Okay.
I wrote this very poorly in the morning. So basically, I was going to college. I was moving into my dorm for the first time. I had no stuff, but I was moving into my dorm apparently.
Okay.
And my dorm was like 5 stories, and it was like I was splitting it with like 4 other people, but each floor was a room, and then like the stairs would connect to each person's room. So like if you lived on the 5th floor, and like the first floor was third floor was like the kitchen.
Okay.
So like if I wanted to go to the kitchen, I have to walk through Jordan's room to get to the kitchen. Anyways, that's kind of besides the point.
Okay.
But I'm like, we're just checking this out, and like the only other person there is this mom, this kid's mom, and the mom's like 25. She's pretty hot.
25.
Yeah, I know.
The kid's 18.
So
and the
she was
mom's
7.
25. Okay.
She was hot too. So I got this like hot 25-year-old mom who's got an 18-year-old child. Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
And she's like walking with me. We're just like looking around, and she's like, I was like, oh, so what's your son's name? She's like, his name's Ian. I'm like, okay, what is there to know about Ian? She's like, the one thing you need to know about Ian is if you can just talk sports with him, he'll love you forever. And I was like, oh my God, like me and Ian are going to be boys. And then immediately after, she's like, well, I will say though, like, you're probably not going to like him at first. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, like most people just don't really like him at first. And then I woke up. So she did. And I was like, woke up. I was like, what the fuck was that dream?
Maybe this is like a parallel to your life. Like maybe you're Ian.
Yeah, you got something
No.
against Ian's?
No, I mean, I don't know. I know you're a likable guy. I'm just maybe you have deep-seated like
my mom
fear.
25.
Maybe you have fear that when you first meet someone, they don't like you.
Yeah.
But if they talk sports to you, they'll
Yeah.
start to really like you.
Yeah.
They realize how cool you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we just figured out your dream.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I don't understand the young hot mom.
Whoa.
What's up?
Isn't it so crazy how the things that we dream of, you could spend days just sitting and writing, and you couldn't even come up with the shit that happens in your dreams, even if you wanted to.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna see if there's more. No, that's about it.
Okay. So one thing we wanted to do today that we thought would be really fun. I've heard this done on other like podcasts and talk shows and stuff, so it's not our original idea. But basically, we are going to trade phones, and we're going to look at each other's searches in their search history and see why'd you search that? What's it mean? You know, just give us some context. Maybe maybe make fun of each other a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see what we find.
Would you rather actually switch phones or just read through our own?
I think
Because I don't think I
Switch.
have anything. Let me check. I don't think I have anything to hide.
I don't know what I would hide.
I don't have anything
Let me look
to
really
hide.
We're all double checking.
Mine literally, you guys are gonna see mine and be like, "This is Kyle's."
You're
search
gonna
history.
see mine. You're gonna be like, "This is so."
and you're gonna
Shim.
see mine and be like, "Wow, that's pretty
You're gonna be like, "This couldn't get more Shim."
That would be a fun game to play. Is like you just get with a group of people that you know pretty well, and you all look through search histories and you guess whose it is.
Oh,
Because mine would like
we would know.
obviously-
We would know. Well, it depends the friends that we're with.
Yeah.
But all right. So just to explain to you guys what I noticed when you go to Google and you like tap the search bar, only like the most recent ones pop up.
Oh, I
Because
was
of
just
your
on my
search his-
history.
Your search history.
History.
Oh, where do you go for
Click
that?
on the little
The book. Click
Yeah,
on the
book.
book.
Oh.
Boom.
John's porn.
Brazzers prescription. Brazzers unsubscription. Pornhub prescription.
Solo male.
It's just like really weird shit, like hentai.
Tentacles.
Wow, so this has every search.
Yes.
Hold on.
All right, let's trade phones.
Wait.
John's like, all right, let me quickly
Just like, oh shit.
delete all my animal.
Wait, maybe the segment won't work anymore, guys.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's pass him to the
Okay,
red. I want to look at John's.
I'm just gonna wait. I just need to give context to the very bottom one.
That's fine.
There's this Tinder girl, and I looked her up on Facebook because I thought I went to school with her.
But why did you search her on the internet? Why didn't you
Just
go on Facebook?
I don't have the Facebook app,
Oh.
so I searched on Google. But don't say this girl's name.
All right. Well, if we do, we'll just cut it. It's fine. Pass it over.
The first one is just so
What is
classic.
the first one?
All right, wait. We will.
Classic.
Okay, guys, the people listening are confused right now. We need a
Okay.
If we giggle, we have to give them explanations as to.
Yeah. So restart.
So we'll go in a circle.
Okay.
All right.
Like, all right.
I'll start.
All right.
John Googled.
No. Yeah.
And you don't have to do like every search, just the ones that you find funny.
Okay.
So here's a highlight. Is midget offensive? Why did you Google that? Also, before that, you Googled, how short do you have to be a midget?
Oh my
And
God.
shortly after, you probably backtracked and you're like, wait, is midget offensive? And you search that.
Yeah. No, because my dad was like asking about like, because my dad sometimes says that, and we were telling him like, I don't think you're supposed to say that. And he was like, well, what am I supposed to say? And I was like, little person. And he's like, well, what constitutes a little person? So I had to make sure.
Did you get the answer?
I mean, you can look. I forget.
4'10". Under 4'10".
Okay.
Jordan, what do you got?
Oh wait.
Or John,
Yeah.
either one.
No, you go.
So I have Kyle's phone, and to be completely honest, it is so much about sports.
Bro,
Almost
95%.
Everything is about sports. There's one, King County deaths. So I don't.
This does
I don't
relate
know.
back to sports. This does relate back to sports. Yeah, there's I was.
So by the way, King County is like the county we
yeah.
live in.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of sad actually, but so I was randomly thinking about this guy that I used to go to baseball camps with. He used to play in the majors, so like that's his name. And it's in
Vince
baseball.
Bailey.
Yeah. So I used to do camps with him, and I was like wondering. I was like, oh, what's he up to? Like, and I searched him, and then I found death records, and I was like, oh fuck, he
Wait,
died.
He died? He's
Yeah.
our age?
No. He was like in his 60s. or 70s.
Oh, dang.
But yeah. So there's that. That's
All
why I was.
right. Okay, so I just want to say the first thing I look down when I see the word pub, and I thought I saw hub, and I was like, all right,
You got him. We got him.
So it's funny is Jordan has
Good selection. It's just all about.
it's so funny because he has 5 searches about like the Joker pub, which is this bar, and then like the next 10 beneath it are Jesus Calling.
So drinking and Jesus.
So yeah, give us a rundown, not like the full in depth, but give us a rundown of your story you told us about at the bar the other night.
Oh yeah, it was actually last night. So I'm with my friend who just turned 21. His name's Jack, and we were at this bar, and he's like, what? I'm just showing him around, like showing him the bar scene, and these 4 Mexican dudes are sitting at a table, and they're all coworkers. I think they're doing construction jobs or something. I don't know. Anyways, they're all sitting at this table, and 3 of them speak solely Spanish, and 1 of them speaks solely English.
Okay, so there's 3 guys that speak
yeah.
Spanish, 1 that speaks English.
Mm-hmm. 1 that speaks English, and the English speaker, I still don't know his name, so I'm literally calling him English speaker.
Okay.
The English speaker comes up to Jack and I and is like, "Hey, these are my coworkers. They all speak Spanish. I can't really understand them. Can I hang out with you because you speak English?" And Jack
Some random dude.
And Jack was like kind of faded, and he's just like being nice. He goes, "Yeah, bro, I guess like
Sure.
I guess that's chill." And we're all just playing pool. So Jack and him are hanging with the Mexican dudes while I'm playing pool.
Yeah.
And they're buying him a free beer because all I hear from the Mexican dudes is "Feliz cumpleaños," something cerveza, something.
So happy birthday and beer.
Beer,
Okay.
birthday and beer. And
Birthday beer.
I was like, Jack, they want to give you a beer. He's like, "Oh, let's go." So he's hanging with them, and so Jack told me this while he was hanging with them. The English speaker goes out of nowhere, "Fuck white people." And Jack just looks at him, and the Mexican dude, the Spanish speakers look at Jack, and they're like, "Oh no, like this is not gonna end well."
Jack's like, "Come on, man."
And Jack's like, "What?" And the English speaker goes, No offense to you, bro. Like, you're cool. But just like white people and the American culture, just like, fuck it, dude.
Out of nowhere, he just
out of nowhere.
said, fuck white people.
Nowhere.
Oh.
And Jack's like, okay. And so the Mexican dudes leave, and this English speaker guy's still with Jack. Okay. So they walk over to us playing pool, and all of our friends decide, oh yeah, we're just gonna bounce because it's kind of late. It's like 1 a.m. And so They all bounce, so it's me, Jack, and this Mexican dude. And I don't know how Jack and him started talking about it, but they were talking about freestyling and hitting a beat. And so I'm like, okay, I'm down. I just met this guy, and I didn't know he was a doucher yet.
He's probably not going to abduct me
Yeah.
or try and rob me or
There's two of
stab
us and
me
one
or
of him.
anything.
I'm confident in my body and my mind.
Good for you, man.
The body will adjust.
The
if
body
he
will
stabs
adjust
you.
if he yeah.
Okay.
You can fight him off.
And anyways, so we get in my car, right, and we're rapping. And we're freestyling, and this guy's been talking big game. He's like, "I'm from Chicago, bro," and he's like, he did
Whoa.
like, he went to high school for 2 years in Chicago,
Dude.
but he's claiming he's from Chi-Town,
Yeah. for sure.
Chirac.
So you knew where he went to high school, but you still didn't know his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, and so we're freestyling, and Jack's going in, I'm going in, and this guy's like in the back, like the Jimmy Tacho video, YouTube videos, like the hype man is like, "Oh shit, oh," and not to that extent, but he's in the back, like echoing every last word. Like I'll be like, "Yeah, spitting in the car," and he's like, "Car, yeah," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And Jack's like spitting, and then he'd be like, "Ooh, that's so fun, ooh." I'm like, "Dude," and then he gets on the mic and he's just saying the N-word, like a lot, and I'm like, "Dude," me and Jack look at each other because we're in the front seat, and we're like, "This guy can't be saying that."
That puts you in a bad spot because
Yeah.
then you're trying to rhyme with him.
No, exactly. And so he passes it to me. He goes, "Yeah, my man in the driver's seat, like, I want to see what you got, something." And the last word he ended on was the N-word. I was like, "What am I supposed to rhyme that with?" I'm like, I can't rap with that. I can't spit that out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And so I go, because he ended on trigger. He's like, "I ain't afraid to pull the trigger," acting hard. I was
Okay.
like, "He's not afraid to pull the trigger, making like 6 figures." And I was like, I don't know, dude. I was like, dude, I can't rhyme with that. Like, you can't say that anymore. Like, we're done rapping with that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we continue to rap, and he's just kind of throwing shade at me and Jack. He's like, "What school you guys go to?" And Jack's like, "Gonzaga." He's like, fuck you, never mind." And I'm like, "What?"
Dude.
This guy's so hot and cold. He's like
Yeah.
friends with you, and then he's like, "Man, fuck you."
And
Socially
then he
inept.
goes, "How about you, man?" I go, "Well, so like I went to Western, but then now I'm at BC and just living at home working." And he's like, "Oh, liberal arts school. Fuck you too, man." I was like,
What do you do?
I was like,
construction?
I was like, dude, it's not because I'm liberal that I went to a liberal arts school. It's just it happened to be the school I'm taking classes at. It's like, I didn't choose it, man. This life chose me.
So, needless to say,
This guy sucked.
this guy sucks.
And he was in my car, like until like 2 a.m.
And
And Jack and I go, "All right, like we're gonna go home now because we're tired." He goes, "What? Nah, let's go more booze. Let's get alcohol." I was like, "No."
How old was this guy?
I think like mid-20s.
Oh, okay.
at
So
least
he
he's not like a 40.
No,
Yeah.
he wasn't like a
That's
creeper.
weird.
He was like our age, and so that's I was chill with him. But then once he got in my car, he got really annoying.
And then you're like, "Dude, it's a Sunday night.
Yeah, it's a Sunday night. I don't want to rap with you because you're really not that good. You claim to be this hot shot. No.
Pretty offensive, too.
Pretty offensive. You don't like white people or liberals. You don't like.
He didn't say anything against Asian people.
Yeah.
Actually, that's true.
He was cool with you.
That's true. He was cool with me. I guess I'm in the clear.
Dude, you have weird searches.
Yeah, that's what a lot of them are very.
Like, Adam Silver hair. He's bald.
Yeah, no, I was. That's the thing, dude. I was trying to. That was during the NBA draft. My dad was like, "That's the NBA commissioner, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "He is such a funny looking guy," and I'm like, and that's when I texted you guys. I was like, "He literally is the weirdest guy," and you're like, "Yeah, he looks like a penis."
Yeah, he does.
And so I was like, "Did this guy ever have hair?" And I looked him up. I couldn't find a single.
He's just always bald.
I found one picture when it's like, you know, when like older dads are like starting to bald and like the
the
middle
cul-de-sac.
loses hair, but they have hair on the sides.
Yeah, the
and
cul-de-sac.
Oh yeah, is that what it's called? Dude, yeah, he had that, but that's the closest thing I
Oh,
could
man.
find. He looks like one of those people that's like a villain in a movie. Like he doesn't look like a real person.
Well, he looks like
He
the
looks
guy
like a
from
robot.
Split, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a different bald
He's
guy
just
with no
really
facial hair.
creepy.
Different penis-looking guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kyle tried to Google. It took me a second just now to figure it out. You Googled easiest world records to break,
Oh.
This
And
was on the
you-
last
That
episode.
we talked
Yeah.
about this on the last episode.
but you typed it easiest world TECKRDS YK break.
Wait.
Easiest world checkers yuck break. And I was like, I was looking at that and I'm like, you couldn't take the time to make it an English word.
Well, I understood. I got to the right
but
website.
that is so bad.
How
are your thumbs that bad?
I don't know, dude.
That's his nickname, garbage fingers.
Do you ever have where like you type in that top thing and it doesn't autocorrect for you? That's when it like I
yes,
get
but
exposed.
you like purposely typed it wrong.
No, I didn't. I typed it fast. It knew what I
So
meant.
you won't just hit the back arrow and try and fix it?
No.
All right.
Because like I figured it out.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else Shim has got. So he has a bunch of Jesus callings for 4 days in a row. Pretty good. Then recreational cannabis dispensary Bellevue, and then he has a higher leaf menu.
Oh, nice.
Issaquah Cannabis Co.
Oh,
dispensary near me.
Jeez.
This guy was all over the place.
I was just trying to find some
Been to all
weed
of
near me.
I mean, does that really need explaining?
No, I mean
No.
it's Joker's Pub, Jesus, weed.
Yeah.
So alcohol, Jesus, weed. That's kind of me. And then
Weed is Jesus.
there should be some workout.
Oh,
Jesus is
okay.
weed there.
Then we got a little big ab workout. What's
Yeah.
that?
That's also Jordan.
I was just making sure the name of the ab workout was correct.
Oh,
Little big is a
that's when
exercise.
you like have the ball all the way out and then
Yeah.
bring it all the way together.
That literally those 4 things is Jordan.
Alcohol, weed, God, workout.
Working out.
Can you describe me any better? No. Maybe
I
food.
mean, maybe like wasting money.
Maybe irresponsible financial.
If there
How
was
to
someone-
stop spending
he
money
look-
when I'm drunk.
He looks up like financial planner, like a money saving app.
Okay, John, you searched Gandhi stop eating sugar.
No,
care to
there's
explain?
yeah. So there's a really cool story about Gandhi. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are looking at me like
No,
this
Gandhi's
is stupid.
really dumb.
I know
He's
he
a
stopped.
legend.
I know he stopped eating, but the sugar is what I'm
okay.
confused.
So this is a true story. A lady came to Gandhi when he was still alive and was like, "Hey, like my son is addicted to sugar, and you are this like guru that people adore. Can you help him stop eating sugar?" She came to him for like guidance or whatever, and he was like, "All right, come back to me in a week, and then we'll talk about it." And so then she came back in a week and she was like, "All right, like, can you help my son stop eating sugar?" And he was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Well, why? How come you had to wait a week?" And he was like, "Well, I needed to see if I could stop eating sugar first." So it's the whole idea of like, it's this like life lesson of like, you don't want to try and give advice to somebody or tell somebody to do
like
something
that.
if you
That's
can't
cool.
like walk the walk yourself.
And that is a very John search.
That's a very
That
John.
is-
It is. It's a cool like little parable or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, I think most of mine are sports and like things that I'm looking up to like,
Dude,
where is this?
You want to explain your search how to reduce or stop eye twitching?
Oh, dude, my right eye was twitching like nonstop for 2 days. It was so annoying.
How to reduce? Or
I like
stop
how
eye-
he doesn't even go for just like stop. He says
or reduce. Like whatever comes first.
I mean, I would have been fine if it was reduced. Yeah, it was just like really bad eye twitch.
Also, one more. Another garbage fingers one. You go, how to stop my bottom yield from.
What?
Dude, how to stop my bottom WYELID.
Eyelid.
Why?
Oh, bottom. Eyelid.
Yeah.
Oh, he's what?
Eyelid.
How to
My
stop?
bottom
How,
eyelid.
Kyle
that's
was drunk
that's
when-
the whole search. How to stop my bottom eyelid. How to stop what?
He
He's
just
just
doesn't want it
taking over.
anymore.
He just how to stop.
I can't stop it. Oh, this is funner than I thought it would be.
All right.
Jeez, John, you looked for a lot of Netflix movies, like literally 30 spaces in a row is best movies on Netflix right now.
Wait, what? I didn't search it 30 times. I searched it once.
It's like
I just did that once. P-bar pike compression sliders.
sounds like working out.
Is that some sort
Yeah,
of some fancy
dude.
compression short?
So, no. Somebody posted a workout called that. Like, I did this in my workout. It's a P-bike compression slide. And I was like, what is that?
Oh,
So-
I thought they were like compression shorts.
No, and
It's
so
a
I
workout.
looked it up. Nothing. No
No
result.
clue.
I was like, still don't know what that is.
They just made it up on their own.
P bike compression. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. How about pendulum? Pendulum.
Jordan probably heard that in school. And he's like, "What's a pendulum?"
Well, there's multiple reasons for that search. So on one of my recent Instagram posts, it's like it was an ab workout, and I was like
Oh.
pendulum drops. But I was thinking about it because that's the first thing that came to mind when I was like, what should I call this lower ab workout? And it was like my feet were going like they were together, and then they would touch the ground and then touch the ground and come back together, like a pendulum going back and forth, right?
Okay.
But I was trying to figure out how to spell it first because I was like pendulum or pendulum, pendulum.
Wait, isn't it pendulum, or is
No,
that a
I think
different
it's
word?
pendulum.
No, it's pen.
I think
is
it's
it pronounced
spelled pendulum, but I think it's a pendulum.
Well, now it doesn't sound like a real word.
I don't know.
Anyways, so I was trying to figure out how to spell it, and I looked up pendulum because I was like, I need to figure out how a pendulum actually works and if it fits the description of a pendulum drop for this ab workout. And so I was looking at it and I was watching. I was kind of stoned and buzzed.
Dude, it's totally a pendulum drop.
I was at a friend's house, and we were just having a good time, But I was like, oh, I should really figure out if that was the correct caption or correct thing for the workout. So I was looking it up. I was watching YouTube videos, just watching pendulum, and then I was like Google Images. I was like, does that make sense?
Shim just sitting there,
Shooting there.
He's sitting there just watching a pendulum just
Just
swing
like,
back and forth.
I was like, and I was thinking about my feet, and I was like,
Yeah, it
that
looks like my feet.
I was like, that could work.
all right, Kyle.
You searched Rachel McAdams.
Oh yeah, she's hot,
Who's Rachel McAdams?
a famous
Um,
actress.
Have
Oh.
you seen Mean Girls? Why would you have?
You'd recognize her.
She's in The
Just
Notebook.
Click on it.
I haven't seen that either.
Why do you want me to click on it?
Well, to show him what she looks like.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But why did you search her?
Well, because in one of the podcasts I was listening to, they were saying that Rachel McAdams is considered cute and not hot,
I think she's hot.
and I disagree.
You think?
So, I think she's
okay.
hot. Yeah.
One other thing is we were talking about this at work today, and John searches, does chili have chilies in it?
That's
Because
a
it
good question.
doesn't. Chili. What chili? Well, maybe some does, but chili that I've had does not have chilies in it.
Yeah. I've
Also-
never eaten any chili that's like spicy.
We were
really.
also talking, does Chili's serve chili?
Oh, and that's what. No, click on that. Click on what I searched, and it answers that question. Like the restaurant, because Kyle and I were like, well, does the restaurant
Oh, they
Chili's
do have chili.
even have chilies?
They have chili.
And they serve chili. And
But do you think Chili's has chili in their chili? I would say probably.
I mean, that might probably an option. Yeah.
All right.
It's weird that Chili's is referring to like the pepper, like a hot chili. It's not referring to like stew.
Yeah.
But whenever I think of the word chili, I think of stew.
Well,
So, anyways,
I think that's something you gotta work on.
All right, Shim, you got any other good ones?
Honestly,
To be completely honest,
They're all boring?
Not really. They're all about
it's all
sports.
It's like baseball, basketball stats.
Because
my-
this person's stats. This person's
Like
stats.
my most recent search was Devin Booker stats. I wanted to see his progression. He's progressed
All right.
nicely.
Sharp pain in throat when breathing.
Yeah, dude.
Kyle's worried about his
Kyle's
health.
worried about his health.
I got issues. Yeah, I was like, it was around the marathon too, and I was like breathing in, and it's like a sharp pain in your chest. Ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I kept getting that. I think it might be heartburn.
I
don't know.
think it's a heartburn.
Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of young for
Kyle's the
heartburn.
guy who like he'll have any sort of like any weirdness in his body and looks it up and it tells you you're gonna die and you're like
Yeah,
get all
I
superstitious.
hate having like something wrong with me. Like when my eyelids twitching, like I can't stand it.
But it's like that's the littlest thing.
I know, but like I like to just be perfectly like
I like to be perfect.
I like to be perfect
I know,
all the
but
time.
like you like take it for granted, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
like, I feel great right now.
I know.
Yeah.
But like
I
if
have
my
neck
eyelid was
problem.
twitching, I'd be so upset.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Well, I was thinking like what's crazy is we're at an age like we're gonna get near the end of the point in our life where we have literally nothing wrong with our bodies. At least like there's some people our age that have a lot of like knee issues or like back issues, but I'm at a point where I literally have no part of my body that hurts me in any way right
your
now.
foot.
No, it's back to 100%.
Hey.
Hey,
Well,
yeah.
my shoulder bugs me, but
And it's just crazy because like once people get to like 30, I feel like everybody that's over 30 has like a bad back or knees or ankles or something.
Yeah.
Not Lemire.
Oh, well,
Not
that guy's
not
insane.
LeBron either.
LeBron's always
LeBron
injured.
Didn't play half the
Actually,
season.
you're
He
right.
hurt his
Yeah.
groin.
Groin.
All right.
All right. Shim has. I'm honestly just intrigued by some of these. Not that they're even that crazy. What the hell is metabolic conditioning?
This is all health stuff, I'm guessing.
You even know?
So it's kind of just like it's kind of like HIIT. It's kind of like how we would work out.
Okay.
So
it's just-
so imagine an example is like a mile run and then like 40 push-ups, maybe 30 pull-ups or something, and then a 3/4 mile run and then like
okay. So it's
40,
mixing
30,
like just regular cardio
Yeah,
with like
yeah.
other sort of.
It's just
workouts.
like it's getting your heart rate to spike and then it'll slow down a little bit and then you're gonna get a spike again.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Interesting. So for people listening, if you want,
The top one.
if you guys want to get shredded this summer,
Yeah. I post
go
workout
check out
videos.
Shim's fitness page.
Yeah, on Instagram. It's free. Free workouts.
At what?
At jshim23.
I'm
Yep.
Jordan's newest client starting
been-
today.
Yeah. He's been posting workout videos every single day.
And they're all doable. They're not like too intense or crazy.
yeah.
They're fun. They're good movements.
You could do some pendulum swings.
Yeah.
Pendulum drops.
Sorry,
Well,
man.
that's the thing. Like, in all seriousness, I feel like a lot of people, me included, I didn't never really lift it at all until I moved back to Washington. And
Yeah,
then
but
I
now
did-
he's big.
Well, I started
He's
this.
got stretch marks, guys.
I started that 30 Days of Hell video with Shim, and I was pretty intimidated because I'm like, well, Shim's gonna put me through all these workouts that I don't know how to do, all these weird, crazy deadlift, sumo. Annihilation squats or some shit, and I'm like, I don't want to do all
Deadlift
that.
squat.
But like, I don't know.
Interesting.
But in all seriousness, what Shim's really good at is like basically explaining shit for people who don't know anything about it.
Just like dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah, you dumb it down a little bit, and then you're like, wow, it's really not that complicated.
Yeah.
Would like to say something. John, you just got a match on Bumble.
Oh, let's go, Hell
check her
yeah.
out.
Ask if she has friends. Ask if she has friends.
Yo, no. There was this girl. I don't think I matched with her, but I swiped right, of course. But there was this girl, and it was like a duo. It was like
yeah.
Carrie and something.
Harry.
We're a package deal.
No, it was like two girls in there. Like, if you got like a cute friend, like let's go grab drinks together.
Why didn't you text me?
Yeah, why didn't you text me?
Well, she hasn't swiped right on
Who would
me.
you have texted?
Actually, probably Kylie's white, huh? If both of them are white, probably.
I don't know. I think one was a little caramel.
That's my kind of. That's my kind of.
I don't know.
My kind of girl. My kind of candy color.
Well,
Caramel.
All right. I got one more from Shim, and then we'll go back to you.
Okay.
Kobe White.
Oh, Kobe White.
Who's Kobe White?
UNC player.
He got drafted, yeah.
To the Bulls.
Baseball, basketball.
Basketball.
He's got
He's
drafted to the
point guard
Bulls.
with the crazy hair, afro.
Oh,
His
UNC
hat was like
yeah.
like that.
okay.
Yeah. I was
It's
just
also a Jordan search, North Carolina.
yeah, North Carolina. I was interested. I didn't watch some of the draft because I was working, and so I was trying to keep updated. I just like looked up if he got drafted.
Nice.
Chicago, baby.
All right.
Chi-Town with your boy.
Chi-Town with the freestyle rapper we met, Mexican freestyle rapper.
Oh.
Chi-Town.
All right. Anyways.
Okay. John, you were very into Macaulay Culkin.
Oh.
Macaulay Culkin siblings.
Who is Macaulay Culkin?
Culkin sibling? Home Alone.
Dude, trying to spell that
Home Alone
the
kid.
kid?
the kid
Yeah.
from Home Alone. He's an adult now.
Well, let's see his siblings.
Oh, Macaulay. Oh, that's his.
That's his name.
Oh.
Dude, his
Dude.
siblings
Dude,
look like him, but like
exactly.
gross.
Okay.
Whoa.
Also, try
Ew.
if you weren't looking at that and tried to spell his name right now, you'd get it so
yeah.
wrong.
Macauley.
You just looked
No,
at it.
I know, but I think I would have known that.
No,
No.
it's so hard.
No, me and my sister are super into
I did
Macaulay
like-
Culkin.
M.
Oh, it's AY. No, I would have had that wrong. Macaulay.
But anyways, the reason I looked that up is I was watching this movie called Signs, which if you're into movies, you might like it. I don't know. It was overrated, but it's by M. Night Shyamalan, who's a very famous director.
Yeah, you searched that too.
And he, Macaulay Culkin's brother was one of the stars in that movie, but he looks exactly, and it was back in 2002 when they were kids, and I'm like, that looks exactly like Macaulay Culkin, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. Turns out it's his brother.
Have you seen that like Richie Rich movie?
No.
No. Okay, fuck me. Because that's his brother.
Rip Torn.
R.I.P. Torn.
Wait.
Rip Torn.
Rip Torn.
That if you
Dodge-
flip the P
wait.
and the T,
Dodgeball cast.
tip porn.
Wait, no, because I look up dodgeball cast and then wait, Rip Torn. Is that the Rip Torn?
Rip Torn.
Rip Torn, the American actor. That's
Oh, that's.
that's
Oh yeah, Patches O'Houlihan.
Patches O'Houlihan.
Yeah,
What?
Jordan looked that up.
What
Yeah,
movie?
Patches
Dodgeball.
dodgeball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Patches.
Patches O'Houlihan.
I ain't crazy and I ain't
All
guy.
He searches vodka on Amazon,
Nice.
and then this is so classic. All right, he searches vodka, and then he searches Amazon Prime Now, and then he searches 1 hour shipping Amazon. He's trying to get his vodka now.
But he doesn't want to go out
I
and
was
get it.
definitely drunk when I did that. I was like, Amazon can get me vodka.
Oh man.
Some of these are so funny. Shim just has like a wide variety of shit. Can I do some more since
Yeah, just
Kyle's
go for
is
it. Yeah.
sports? Unless if you guys find more.
Well, John, all yours is like pretty recent. Like you might have to reset this soon.
Well, no, Kyle's is literally just random. Like
Let's see if I can find something.
it's
just
all
random
about sports.
random athletes.
Yeah, random athletes and their stats.
Hakeem Olajuwon, Ken Griffey Jr., Rich Paul.
So we'll wrap it up with a few from Shims because some of these are just all over the place. There's a lot of like looking up what happened in your books you were supposed to read for class or something. Like
Classic move.
Like I don't know exactly what these mean, but I can tell that you're like basically searching like Spark Notes sort of. High risk factors of divorce.
You think
that
I
was
did
from
the-
my psychology class.
Strategies to prevent obesity.
That was from my nutrition class.
Okay.
Jordan's just worried about getting fat and getting divorced.
Fat and divorce, man. Don't want to be that.
Don't want to be that.
All right, that is mainly the most interesting searches we have for at least
We'll do this
this
again.
period
Yeah.
of time. We'll definitely.
That
do
was
this
fun.
again.
That was unexpected, but that was fun.
Yeah, Shim didn't even know we were doing this. He came over. We're like, Shim, we're gonna look through your search
I was like,
history.
ooh, I should let me check for you guys.
But yeah. Anyways, Shim has a story that he
Yeah.
wants to tell before we wrap it
Yeah,
up.
really quick. So at work, I work at Costco. And at work a couple days ago, there was this member, right? And I was stocking some apples. I had a big box of apples, and I turn around to go stock it, and this guy just nails me with his cart. I'm just like, oh, this like Asian guy. And I go, and he's like, oh, sorry. And I go, no, like it's fine, like it's all right. And so I keep on walking to go stock the apples, and I'm starting to stock them. And then
He hits you again.
No, all of a sudden, I hear, you got a problem, man? And I was like, no way this guy's talking to me right now. I was like, there's no way this guy's talking to me right now. And then he gets closer, and he's like right next to my face. And he goes, hey. And I look at him, I go, what's up? He goes, you got a problem? I was like, what do you, I was like, what do you mean? No. And he's like, well, you were just standing there, and I hit you with my cart. And I was like, I looked at him, and I have to be polite to the members.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And he was
You
like,
did hit me.
I was like, yeah, I was just like standing there. I'm like just doing my job. I'm like stalking the apples. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to get in your way. I'm just trying to be really apologetic.
Yeah.
And he's like, still pissed off. He's like, well, I hit you with my cart, and then you just gave that look on your face, and you still have it. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I've never had to say this to anyone or explain my bitch face to anyone. But I was like, I'm sorry. Like, this is just my face.
This is just how I look.
I was like, this is just my face. I like when you hit me, it didn't hurt. Like I'm sorry. Like it won't it won't happen again.
He was mad at you.
He was mad at me for
he hit you.
Exactly.
How dare you be mad at me for hitting
he was like
you?
he was like you were just standing there and you're just an object in the way. And I was like trying to get around this like the lady over here. And I was like, okay. There's I don't know how I'm in the wrong, but you're right, dude. You're right, absolutely. Like I'm sorry, man.
Oh my god.
And
That's
so
hilarious.
And so, like, the rest of my shift, I was like, if this guy, like, reports me, I really don't care because they can check the cameras. I didn't do anything. This guy was just pissed, and he's like, you got a problem, man? Well, you were just standing there, and I hit you with my cart. Yes, that's exactly what happened, man.
You're right.
Like,
dude.
you're right. You want me to give you something?
That's the worst about customer service
Gosh.
jobs is like even if the customer's being a complete asshole, like there's nothing you can do. You just have to sit there and be like,
like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah.
I just don't get how people are assholes like that. Like, what happened to you to make you like that mean of a person,
or that, or like,
just like
unaware,
that
of,
unaware,
just
like
socially unaware.
I guess just like I don't know, they feel entitled.
Yeah,
and like they think they should be ruling everywhere.
How dare you, you box boy! You get out of my way.
I mean, I know that like just growing up, like we grew up in like a really diverse area where there's people who grew up from like every part of the world, and I know that like from what I've learned is there's just like flat out like different cultural norms.
Yeah, well, I know in like the Asian culture, including like Indians, so like Chinese, Korean, Japanese, I don't know, any Asian.
Yeah.
Elders are like really respected and thought highly of or whatever. And I can tell at Costco, the grandparents of like the Indian families or Asian families, they won't move out of the way for you. they're walking down the aisle expecting you to move, and like they won't say thank you, or like they'll like tell you to do something, and like I get it, like, but most members are like, hey, can you please like do this, or like could you please tell me where this is?
Yeah.
Most of the Asian people are like, I don't know, the older ones who like probably came from like overseas, and just expect the respect that they get in their own country.
And obviously it's not everyone, but
I can definitely see that, and I can see it in my family too. Like my family, there's like respect with elders.
Yeah, so. And it's just depends on where you grew up. Like if that's the norm where you grew up, and then you move to a place where that's like, it's different. It's like, well, how are you supposed to know
It's just hard to deal with that all day. Or I guess I'll shift.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's probably good to be in like a customer service job though.
I mean, I only did it for like a year and a half, and I didn't like it, but I will say I'm glad that I did do it at least once.
I feel like it's good experience just to like have on your
and you probably now have so much more respect when you go to other places.
Because
like, you're like
when I go to Costco like in Issaquah, I do everything. I really try and make the members like do as little as possible, and same at restaurants. At restaurants, I'll like
scan your own items.
I'll clean up after, like, I'll probably kind of bust the table a little bit.
Yeah.
And make sure it's, like, not super messy.
Yeah. Shim's just at a random Costco, like just, like, scanning items, moving stuff.
Like, hey, bro, could I cashier my own?
I think I'm faster than you.
I think I can do it faster. I could probably box it better, too. Yeah, I can work in the Redmond warehouse.
Signs into his account on the Costco.
That's funny.
Wow.
Well, anyways.
This was a wild episode.
This was a fun episode.
In different directions.
I enjoy when we come up with ideas that are more than just like talking about different topics.
Talking about poop usually.
No poop was happening in this one.
Wow,
was happening?
Not a single
Thank God.
poop situation happened.
Although I just said it, so
I had to bring it up. But I like when we do these little games or like mini activities or whatever. So if you guys have any other ideas like that you want us to try out, let us know. There's always more. Like one thing that I've talked to Kyle about that I'm kind of worried about is like what happens when we run out of ideas or like things to talk about.
Hasn't happened so far.
Yeah, and Kyle's like there'll always be new things.
We'll come into
episodes. Life is always happening.
Yeah, and we'll come into episodes with no ideas and it goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Plus things happen, like you see Asian people in a van with a cannabis plant.
Yeah. Or you see Asian people hitting you with the cart and getting mad at you.
Yeah.
Asian people, man.
He's allowed to say it.
I'm allowed. I'm allowed.
Jordan said that, not us.
Anyways. Kyle, where can they follow you?
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kyle Stafford36. Follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast. I almost forgot the name for a second. Twitter and Instagram. That's about all I got.
Shim, where can they follow you?
Twitter, jshim23_ and Instagram, jshim23. I post daily workout videos on Instagram. They're all doable. They're all going to help you shred. And I don't know, they're fun. So go check them out. Give me a follow.
Yeah, help them out. I mean, especially at the beginning when you're trying to start growing something, like the first like few months are the hardest part.
We feel you.
So yeah, if you guys are listening and you're like an avid fan and you like Shim and you've seen him in a couple episodes, go give him a follow on Instagram. Anyways, you can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Twitter and Instagram. If you guys are on an iDevice or if Granny has an iPhone laying around that she doesn't know how to use,
or Grampy,
leave a review.
Yeah, there you go.
Jordan left a review.
I like that.
Review.
He's our hype man.
You got trumpet.
Oh, it was like Soulja Boy.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
thank
was
you.
gonna
See,
say-
John got
Oh,
it.
okay.
John got
I was
it.
gonna say like back to the trumpet
No.
joke. No.
No.
Yeah, fuck me.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, leave a review if you're on Apple Podcasts. Leave 5 stars and write a review. It'd mean a lot. It helps us out. Once we hit 50, we have a video that we recorded like 7 months ago that we're still waiting to release. Where Kyle had a fedora,
Fedora may or
and we
not- may
belly
not be
flopped
involved.
into a freezing lake in the middle of the winter.
So if you want to see it, leave a review.
Yeah. But anyways, with all that being said, if you guys are on an audio streaming platform and you want a video to go along with it, there's new videos for every single episode on YouTube. Just search Peak to Middle School. You can also subscribe to my personal channel where we post new videos every Wednesday. And yeah, that's it. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.